Welcome back to Parent's Guide to Survival Minecraft. We've built all the basics we need. Now we're going to go out, grab some resources from our system over here. Oh, the wrong one. Give me some cobblestone. Let me grab all this cobblestone real quick. And let's start heading over to our village. Because we're going to use the village for the next part of our attempt to win the game. And what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to deal with villager trading. Villager trading was added in 1.14 Minecraft. And what it basically did was it allowed you to trade with villagers using emeralds to buy the things, resell stuff, buy things. And this ended up being a big deal because the villagers that would actually sell things that were of value and really handy when it comes time to winning the game. So what we're going to do is we're going to exploit this trading system to help us win the game. And what we're going to do is we're going to trade heavily with these villagers. And this is the reason when I start the game I go out and start looking for a village, because we're going to need these villagers to win the game in a reasonable time frame. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start clearing up some space right here, and we're going to use this as kind of the central spot for our trading right here in the middle of their village. What we have to do is we need to kind of secure the village, because one of the problems with trading with villagers is they're susceptible to mobs. It's nighttime, we really need to get to bed here. They get to be susceptible to mobs. And what happens is if a zombie comes near a villager, it'll turn them into a zombie, and we can no longer trade with them. And that becomes a real problem when you're trying to set up a trading environment. There's two ways to kind of deal with this problem. An easy and difficult way. In theory, what we could do is we could build a wall around this entire village, and let the villagers kind of live in their own little area, add a ton of torches in here, and make a nice cozy home for them. The easy way, and the way that we're going to take on, is just to enslave them inside of a house and let them do our bidding in a very easy to secure facility. So that's what we're going to do. So the first step in this process is finding a spot to put this building. And I'm going to start with it right here. We got plenty of room out this way that I can expand out the building as I need to grow operations. And the first thing we're going to do, one thing I've noticed is there's not a lot of villagers. A lot of them have already been taken out by zombies, it looks like, and mobs. Well, ooh. Let me go ahead and grab this. All this stuff. One thing we got to do is go around the village and start taking up the beds. The villagers use the beds for sleeping, and if they're around, they'll head this way at nighttime so that they can actually sleep. We're going to use that to our advantage, because what we're going to do is we're going to take all the beds and put them inside our house, which will force them to come inside the house. Once they're inside the house, we're going to trap them in there. And you could do that by using, let me get going here, by using a gate fence post to trap them in. Because they can't open gate fence posts. So like this fence post right here, they can't open that. But you know what? We can. So we're going to use that mechanism to our advantage and trap these villagers inside our house. Let's see, have we gotten everything now? Nope, another bed in here. My inventory is full. Let's throw some stuff out. What do I not need? I don't need the egg. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I think we got all the beds. Or at least we started to get them. let me go ahead and start building a construct. And now this doesn't need to be anything fancy. In fact, it'll probably be very Spartan. But I do like to make it a little bit taller. So all I'm going to do is come over from the edge. And start building. Okay, so I had this outline done. I'm going to put a couple beds down to get the villagers to kind of come in and use this space. When it becomes nighttime. And I'm going to continue my build. Okay, so when I build up a structure like this, I generally make it 3 high. That way if a block gets placed in here, the villagers can't escape. And I usually try to put a roof on it. I don't really have enough cobblestone at this point to put a roof on it. So I'm going to wait on that process a little bit. And see, you can already see that green. That means they've used this as their spot to go to sleep. Okay, I've only got 1 villager here. What happened to... Let me go ahead and grab this. We'll use this inside of our house because we need... It's always good to have a post there. And then we'll use this to build... I'm going to need a gate. What do we need for a gate? I need some more sticks. So we got... Oops. Put this. I need my gates, so we put these in the middle. This goes around the outside. I gotta... Okay, let me grab this gate. We'll put the gate in here. I'll go ahead and open it. This should allow them to come to bed at night. What happened to my villagers? I've only got 1 villager right there. I thought I had a 2nd villager. Let me grab this bed here too while we're at it. There's 1 villager. Where's my nitwit? I thought I saw a nitwit too. So this is not going to be an adequate start position, but right now I'm just trying to get all the villagers into this space. There's my nitwit. So I need him to come in here. I need my other guy to come in here. And we can start using them to breed them. Because one of the other things you can do with villagers, if you give them enough food, they will breed with each other, and you can start getting more and more villagers. Normally when I start a game, I would go through and secure the village right away before I build my base, because you run into the problem where if you don't have enough villagers, you can't start breeding with them, and you can't build up your population. Because really what I'm going to need long term is I'm going to need a lot of villagers with very specific jobs that I can then trade with to get the stuff I want. And like I said, this is kind of the start of it. Once I get these guys trapped in here, I can start them breeding. I can then look to expand out over here with my facility and add quite a bit to this space. So at this point, we're just kind of waiting until these guys go to bed, which will happen at nighttime. In the meantime, while they're doing that, I'm going to start clearing out some of this land for the expansion of our facility. Like I said, I just want to be able to capture them as quick as possible. And then what I can do is I can begin to expand this side out, then break the wall between here and there, and really start expanding out my breeders, so to speak. Okay. Don't need the holes in the ground. So now we're just kind of waiting until nighttime until they go in there. Unless they can go in there now. Especially the nitwit. They're not particularly friendly when it comes to trying to capture them. So if he goes inside here, I may just shut things. No, he hasn't gone in there yet. The nitwits don't trade. The other villagers trade. And the villagers can actually have a very wide range of things they can trade with. There can be an armorer who will trade armor, and he will do... they will even potentially do enchanted armor. Where'd my villager go? Okay. I gotta go to bed. I can't afford to lose these villagers. Where the heck did he go? Did I miss a bed? Okay, he wants to get in here to go to bed. Because nitwits actually go to bed during the day. So if I can break some walls here, maybe he'll go to bed in here. Come on. And there he goes. He goes to bed. So I've got him trapped. I'm going to go ahead and trap him in. I'm going to go ahead and start doing this wall right here. Now I just need to get this villager. He went to bed somewhere. Here, why don't we go? Let's see if I can push him in. That's probably not going to work. The other thing you can use is a cart and mine system to trap them in. That's a little more advanced than I want to do. I'm just going to kind of go with the simple thing. But getting back to it, so this guy right here is a fisherman. You can tell because of his way. Each villager has their own mechanism for our own look, depending on what their trading is. But again, you got an armorer, you got a butcher. A butcher can be really helpful as he'll sell really nice foods as he gets more and more experience. You also have a cartographer who can make maps for you and expand your maps. You got a cleric who can give you a lot of different things. His biggest thing is he'll sell ender pearls, which we'll talk about much later. You've got a farmer who can trade for crops. The farmers are really good for if I have a lot of crops, I can sell my crops to them and get emeralds, and then I can go and say buy food from the butcher or buy armor from the armorer. You have a fletcher who makes bows and arrows. He'll be really important as we go too because he is used for trading wood. You've also got a leather worker who does leather armor and stuff. You got a librarian who sells books. He'll be very useful in our process. You got a shepherd who will sell wool. So if you want to create a wool farm, you can use that to as your trading environment. I'm going to go ahead and try to trap this guy in a little bit here into my house environment. He's sitting there trading right there. I'm going to see if I can do this and just kind of trap him in and try to get him into my break that. Okay, so he's kind of trapped in here. It's really important that I get this guy trapped and into a very safe space because if I don't, I won't be able to get these guys breeding and get trading going. So I've kind of got him trapped in here. This is a good spot, so to speak. Go ahead and kill that off. And this may end up being my my base. Maybe we'll just have this extra bit here. Okay, so I'm kind of walling off some more space here so I can get this guy captured. Okay, so now he's pretty much captured in here. Now the next part of all this is I'm going to need torches because I need to light this little small spot up. I mean, one of the things about capturing like a whole village is the need to light up the entire village. And even that can take a ton of torches and can take a ton of time that we really just don't want to spend on that at this point in time. So I'm going to go ahead and grab some torches and start lighting things up in here. That way mobs don't spawn in here, because if mobs spawn in here, we're going to have a real big problem. Put one in the middle of the ground just because. And then I'm going to come out here and start spreading torches everywhere. Like I said, hopefully I can get these guys captured into the same building, but I may just have to expand out my house to include all this over here, which isn't a big deal. That's fine. The big thing is I've got them captured, which will allow me to begin my process of breeding. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to go ahead and break all this. I've got them captured. We're going to make this all 3 high. And like I said, long term, I can probably put a roof on it. I'm not really... You don't have to have a roof. It just kind of looks better to have a roof. And then we'll use this space right here. Okay, so now they're trapped in here in a relatively small space. We can begin the breeding process. Here's why we have carrots. Because carrots are what they use to breed. Come on, pick up carrots. You pick up some carrots. Why didn't you pick up carrots? He wants to trade. I don't want to trade. Come on out. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and break him out of here. Here, have carrots. There we go. So he's got carrots. My nitwit has carrots. And hopefully they'll start breeding here shortly. And give me some more villagers. Because you can't actually trade with nitwits, which is a real problem. So I need more villagers to trade with, because I'm going to need a lot of villagers for trading. So I'm also going to come in here and go ahead and put another fence in. So I'm going to go ahead and break that. I got a couple fence. There we go. Gate posts. I'm going to put this here. Now I can go ahead and break above it, and they can't get out. And I can go grab some more carrots, because there's been some carrots over here. And we're going to use this to go ahead and get them breeding. I'm going to come over here and grab a few more carrots. We got carrots over here ready to go. There's some more carrots over here. Let's grab these carrots. We'll go give our villagers some more food and see if we can get some babies. It's unfortunate that we've already lost a number of villagers to the zombies. But that's just kind of the way of it. Another wandering trader. They pop up all over the place when you play the game. What's hilarious is when they pop up down in the mines way below. Which happens. Okay, what do we got in here? Oh, there's our first baby villager. Eventually they'll grow up. I'll go ahead and feed this guy some more. And feed this guy some more. And we'll get our village underway. Yeah, there you go. Have a lot of carrots. You have a lot of carrots. Okay. They'll continue to breed. We'll continue to get villagers. There'll be a villager for every bed. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 5 beds over here. They'll breed until there's 5 villagers. And we're going to need a lot of villagers to actually craft, because we're going to use them in our process. Okay, well, we got baby guy here. We got a couple villagers. They're trapped in. It looks like we got a ton of torches. We're in pretty good shape. I'm going to go ahead and throw some more torches down. We're in pretty good shape as far as keeping the mobs out. Oh, wait. This is not good. Let me go ahead and get rid of this door so they don't go out that way. Block that off. That door, that house is now secure. This house over here is secure. And I'm going to go ahead and get a torch in there. Let's put a torch in here just in case. We really don't want mob. There's a torch already in there. So now mobs aren't going to spawn. We've protected ourselves pretty well here. The villagers will go to bed. Oh, there's a second baby. And will we get a third one? Yes. So we got 3 babies now. 2, a nitwit and a fisherman. And that'll bring us to the end of this episode. In the next episode, we're going to actually use this system to go ahead and begin our world domination and start getting the things we really need to survive and thrive within this game. Where is he trying to go that way for? There must be another bed sitting somewhere else. Okay. Like I said, that'll bring us to the end of the night, or this episode. We'll bring it back up next time when we actually start using these villagers to take over the world. I'm going to go ahead and go to bed and get the things we need. With that, have a great day if you want to.